damage. I think Andy and GM Girl just touched each other on the last lap. Oh Jesus Christ, who is that? Is that Revolt? Revolt just absolutely smashing it into the side of GM Girl, but we're green because Connor has stomped the gas and he has gone away from everyone. He has half a second already to Smokey, followed by Ricky, followed by Jumbo, followed by Ozzy. I think Andy made a move on Ricky on GT3 already. GM Girl has made a move on GT3 also. Richie tried to get to the back of both of them, but as Ozzy is being overtaken on the inside by GM Girl, but we see Ricky going around trying to go around the outside of Smokey. Now having the cutback on both of them as Connor has spun it into the third corner. So now Ricky's leading, followed by Smokey, followed by John Boy, followed by GM Girl. GM Girl making amazing progress as Ozzy is running wide there. He has been overtaken by Richie. And he's trying to stick to the back of GM Girl, trying to follow him through. Again Connor at the back of the grid. It's the same at Imola, just making minor mistakes or a huge mistake, and he's just at the back of the grid already because it's so bunched up. But Ricky is still leading, followed by Smokey Devil, a huge gap. Oh, Smokey spins it. Smokey spins it into the barrier. Oh, that's not gonna help him. Oh, I need to stop slurping. Jesus Christ, Mike. John Boy now Ricky now has a 2.5 second gap to John Boy. GM Girl is trying to get to the back of John Boy, and he has been following GM Girl through all the way. He's now up into 4th position. Richie has done the same. Ozzy, after a little bit of runoff, I saw him running wide. He was on the grass, but he has recovered nicely. He's now in 6th position. Dimensionals has tried to follow Richie through, but he only got Ozzy in front. That's great improvement through the first couple of. GG Phil has absolutely bent into the wall as Revolt has disconnected. Oh, that's. I see the steering wheel just hanging to the right now. It's got some huge damage from the car. Connor and Smokey has overtaken both. Ozzy trying to get to the back of Richie haunting Andy as GM Girl got in front of John Boy. I have missed that overtake. He must have done it into the chicane for sure. That Mercedes is absolutely rapid down the straight line speed. At the back straight and on the camel straight right now, as Andy is lining up a move on John Boy down the inside. They go side by side, and Andy has already made his move even before they get to the end, as Richie has just followed him through. As Richie tries to. Oh, that's a little bit of kamikaze. No. Oh no. No, and he has spun it on the infield and just smashed into John Boy, and Richie got involved too. I see there Ozzy has spun it too. Connor has taken advantage, and we have now Dimensional in 3rd position. So he has made he missed everybody through that and has made great progression into the first 2 laps. We have now 10 minutes left to go. Ricky P has absolutely left everybody for dead. He has 4.5 seconds to GM Girl. GM Girl trying to catch up, but I think Ricky is just too fast because he is not catching. Dimensional 10 seconds behind. Andy now with the huge damage on the front. You can see the bumper hanging on but just a few bolts. Richie must have got some damage. Oh, as Richie just smashes into the back. Didn't expect Andy to brake so early because of the damage Andy has got, and smashed into the back of him. Ozzy still in 6th, but the one that really had some bad luck tonight is John Boy, getting involved with a little shenanigans, I would say, from Richie and Andy, and just got collected by Andy. It's a shame. I don't know how to call it differently, but it's not how you want to start a night at all. Smokey having his bumper already hanging off loosely, very loosely. and it's just not, you know, huge damage on the front of that BMW. DJ Phil also still having damage, I believe, on the Ginetta, because his steering wheel is still all the way to the right, as you can see from the third camera. But Ricky just absolutely left everybody for dead and is pulling away by, Jesus Christ, that's some pace, almost 3 seconds faster lap than GM Girl. What top speed does Ricky P got? 285. What speed has GM Girl got? Almost the same, so Ricky having an absolutely rapid BMW down the straight. The Mudsnuts not far from both of them at 255, I believe I saw there. Richie reaching 275, Ozzy reaching 260 even. He's faster than all of them. Connor, I did not register. Smokey into the pits, Annie into the pits, and John Boy of course into the pits. It's just not how you want to start. DJ Phil actually continuing on even with his damage. I think he's got it repaired, but it's just a little bit of a glitch right now. But we still see all the damage in his steering wheel all the way to the left. Alright, I believe. I'm sorry, mispronounced that. But Ricky's still pulling away by an absolutely insane margin, half a second from his fastest levels, which was a 2:19.4, so that's insanely good pace. Jamco just cannot catch him. Ricky is just too fast in the BMW. First at Imola and now here in Belgium at Spa-Francorchamps. Is it gonna be a one-sided end of the season if that's going to continue? But the Mudson's having an absolutely, well, I want to say fantastic debut here in the GT3 as a reserve driver. Maybe he has driven with us before as a reserve driver, but I cannot count back when. But he is getting along very nicely in the Nissan GTR. Richie trying to get to the back of him, but he's 6 seconds behind. Connor, after being almost, well, he was last for a few seconds, but from last to the mid pack, he's now in 5th position, in an absolutely lovely spot to gain some points. As we see, who was that? Smokey getting out of the way from Richie. I saw the both of them at Eau Rouge almost touching each other, so I wanted to check in very quickly before anything major happens. But Jamco just cannot catch Ricky right now. Ricky just still pulling away. Oh, sorry. Still pulling away by around 3 seconds a lap. The Mudsnuts, Richie, Ozzy, everything is down. Connor has been overtaken by Ozzy. Ozzy having a penalty, so Ozzy needs to gain at least a second or maybe even more. I don't know what the penalty is exactly, but he needs to pull away from Connor to gain that 5th spot. DJ Phil, as having an absolutely smashed up Ginetta, is still racing, still in 7th place, still some good points on the table. John Boy is around 13 seconds behind DJ Phil, and Smokey even further from that. Andy not even having a bumper right now, so Andy has really had a bad race tonight, and that from yours. Well, second in the standings, almost champions. Richie is still the championship leader, followed by Andy, followed by GMGO. So GMGO is gonna gain a few points on Richie tonight, or for the first race, that is. Ricky not losing pace, but he is slower. He was running 190s, but he's not consistent at them, and that's what's missing, because Jemko is not closing, but he's closing is losing gap, so to say, by a few seconds. Yeah, well, he now only lost 1 second. At last lap, I believe it was around 2.5, 3 seconds. So he is closing that losing gap. I don't know how to pronounce that quite yet. I'm still learning. But Ozzy in the Aston Martin is running a great race. He's now in 5th position. Depending on what his penalty is exactly. Oh, as he slows down, he must have gotten a slowdown from the Rouge little top. I don't know. Blanchimont, I want to say. I don't think that's correct. Oh no! I was getting too invested. Ozzy bidding it into the wall. As Connor does the same, but not into the wall. He's just on the infield. A little bit of mistake from the both of them. Smokey now catching up to the back of them all. Connor overtaking Ozzy on the inside. Ozzy trying to keep it around the outside, or has he given up the position? He has given up the position. Ricky is just pulling away right now. The Madson's just running his own pace. He's not being catched quite yet. He's not getting catched yet by Richie. He still has 6 seconds to him, so he does not have to worry right now. But he does not need to relax either, because one little mistake can really ruin his race. Yes, I still have my... I just want to see what live chat's saying. What's this? Did I stop the stream or? No, I'm still live. For me my stream just stopped and it said rewind, so I thought the stream just stopped. Sorry guys. I'm gonna, because everything has quieted down a little bit. I believe there's no fights going on, not really. The only few persons that are closest is Connor and Ozzy and Smokey, but he's a lap down. Andy for the win. Ricky has gone bad sport. No mate, he's just pulling his own pace, trying to gain on championship leaders, but I think it's a little bit too late. But he's just showing his dominance in a BMW right now. What a formation lap. It was a little bit scruffy, but they got it eventually. Emma formation lap is staying as it is. Ah, sorry, I was just well, concerned. I just thought DJ Phil's. I'm now just reading the comments. Sorry Emma, and thank you Emma at the same time for telling that to me. It was a little bit too late because I wasn't reading anything at all. And Brandon, what the heck is happening? What the heck is happening? Ricky is absolutely dominating this race, as he's going to cross the finish line, as I see Andy on the side with a well-deserved victory for Ricky, followed by GM Girl after a little bit of a mistake in the formation lap, having damage on the back end after a collision with Andy, still getting second place. And the Mudsnut in a Nissan GTR. I think it's his debut in the Nissan, but for sure he has pulled his own weight, because he is in the 3rd position and he has got a podium position and a lot of good points for him for the championship standings. Richie just securing his 1st place in the standings right now, as Connor still needs to go up to the chicane. But I saw DJ Phil is now crossing the line with a mashed up Ginetta. As we're gonna switch back to Connor. Connor keeping his 5th position, good points for him. An absolutely lovely race from the back of the grid from him. After lap 1 he was down in the last position and now he is in 5th position. Well deserved few points for him and well deserved 5th position. Ozzy, a few mistakes this race, you can see on the front end a little bit of damage, and he has done more than enough to deserve those points that he has got. I think I saw Smokey crossing the finish line in 9th position, a lap down, and just minor mishaps from him, and a poor result I wouldn't say, but it's just difficult because he has got the pace, but he's just not quite getting it out there yet. John Boy, I think he spun or he crashed. Oh, that's it. After Andy and Richie came together at the end of the Camel Straight, he was just collected by the both of them and needed to pitch for damage repairs, because in the GT3s you really lose performance after one damage tick. It's absolutely insane, but a well-deserved P7 from him even after that little mishap and crash. As the fastest lap goes to Ricky P with a 194 qualifying pace, and absolutely stunning race from him. As we have got Ricky P, Jam Girl and Team Mudsnuts run. That's your podium position, and I'm now gonna cut back and see you at the next main race. Ricky, congrats. Ozzy, would you thank Emma on my behalf? I was just not reading the chat anymore, and she just said, the formation lap is staying as is, and I was just smashing on about DJ Phil not being in the right position. And there was a little bit of mishap, and then Andy smashed the back of GM Girl. I saw a wing flying, and it was just a little bit of chaos. It happens. Good luck, guys. I'm gonna go back into the commentary box. Lovely little person, Emma, thank you. Always watching every other stream from Motive, a well and deserved champ in watching. There should be a watching a watching poll on who's gonna be champion this season. Hands down gonna be Emma every damn time. Well and deserved. Quickly take a sip of water. Oh shit, we are back. Ah! Sorry, Andy. Just taking my sip of water. Already turned on the live stream. Welcome back for the main event. This is gonna be a little qualifying session, 10 minutes only, into a... What did I saw? I saw a 20 lap race, I believe, so it's gonna be a long one here at Spa-Francorchamps, but having fun with it all. Splits, map, speedo. My map, no, where's the track? I don't know. Damn it. It's just a little bit of a hit or miss type of thing. But quickly guys, get out there, you need to put in a qualifying lap. Ricky is already out. He's gonna absolutely smash the track record in that BMW for sure. But we already have a champion among us, and that's the Viewers Championship. Hands down goes to Emma, helping every way she can, and being the other half of this lucky guy here, Ozzy Albi, and just having fun, chilling with me in the commentary booth. Well, not chilling with me, but watching and viewing and having a lot of laughs with my stupid ass commentary. And that's why I'm here, to have a laugh and have fun and commentate on the persons that are driving. And he's now out. Ricky is leading everybody down as we're gonna go into cockpit view of the BMW, a really wide screen here in a BMW, being really low to the ground in the seat. A really different car to drive, apart from for example a little bit of an Aston Martin here, a little bit of a higher seat, a different seating position, that's for sure, and a little LED screen right on your right hand side where we can see who is that. I think that is a Nissan GTR of the Mudsnut, so we're gonna flick to him, and I was correct. GTR, a really downforce car. You really need to set it up for downforce, because other handling wise it's not that good. You really have to put everything really almost to perfection to have the car, to let the car work for you. It's different for every driver, of course. Then we go on to the Porsche, a really different position, a quieter in the interior. It's just a little quieter and well, more comfortable I would not say, but it's just less complex. You just have more overview of what's happening, what's in front of you, what's behind you. You just have a wider angle. Emma, thank you Mike, I enjoy watching and supporting you all, and that's why you are the champion in my mind for the viewers. Hands down. Just enjoying the view and supporting us. There are not a lot of people that are doing that now, so we're gonna switch to... This is a BMW, this is a BMW, this is an Aston. What's this? Smokey, also in BMW. Damn it. GTR, Porsche. This is a Ginetta. This is already... You have a huge load of options on your right hand side with starter, ignition, fuel map, washer, heat screen. A really different car to be in. A lot compacter, a lot tighter. A little Sparko steering wheel. Also a really small steering wheel. I must say, the BMW, as you can see here, there's a really big steering wheel, and then you go to this little car and it's just smashed. all smashed together. As we see Matthew, Duffin, Come On DJ and Smokey, also Jim Girl and Richie, fellow Simplay drivers. Ah, that's a Simplay. As we see here, Jim Girl in the Mercedes, in Merc, as you British lots say that. Almost spins it, but hangs on. Jim Girl just spinning it in the long left-hander. John Boy in the Porsche, in the Lamborghini, a really different car to be even in. It's a lot. The steering wheel, first of all, the steering wheel is a lot bigger. Everything is just a little bit outspoken, but I think we're gonna go back to trackside, because what did I see here? I think I saw Ozzy and another high-pitched engine. I think it was the Mudsnut having a little bit of a hiccup with each other, but not major. But Matthew Duffin just saying, well, wishing his good lucks on DJ Phil, Smokey and Jim Girl and Richie, with fellow Simplay drivers, so they all must be in a little league called Simplay for sure, or little. I shouldn't say little, I don't know how big it is, but it's quite outspoken in the motor racing scene that there is a Simplay. Maybe you need to look into that, maybe that's something. As Dimasons almost spins it, following Connor off-road, Connor just flying wide. Oh, my apologies. But Connor not trying to get into the way of Dimasons. Andy is now setting the pace with a 193, so he is matching Ricky. This is Richie. Damn it. Matching Ricky. Ricky is on qualifying setup. Andy is on an even aggressive, a more aggressive qualifying setup with only 70. This Jumbo is just going for going ham in a little endurance race here, but he is only 1.2 seconds away from Andy on 62 liters of fuel. Maybe you want to cut it down for qualifying, mate. It's gonna be, it'll surprise you what the difference is. Richie also running a qualifying setup, Connor running a qualifying setup, Timmons running a qualifying setup, GM Girl running a qualifying setup, DJ Phil running a qualifying setup, Smokey's not running a qualifying setup, he's running 45 liters. Ozzy is just going ham in a little bit of an endurance setup, 77 liters, maybe he enjoys it more like that. As we see behind him, Ricky is just losing the back end, and he's also running 8.8 liters of fuel, so he's running also a really aggressive qualifying setup. A lot of qualifying setup I just said, but I don't give a crap because they are all qualifying setups. Hey, and he every time cutting the little green part. And if you are seeing this and just say, I would like to drive here, www.motive.com, and you can join us, drive in the Clio Cup, you can drive in the GT3s, you can drive in the Touring Car Championship. We are looking for people every time, every day, just to keep this community growing, expanding and having more fun with each other. It all has died down a little bit after COVID hit, but we're still looking to expand our visions and our views on everything, and just trying to build a bigger community for all of us to enjoy. And not only on Pro Cars 2, we have a Formula 1 Championship, we have an Assetto Corsa Competizione Championship, maybe, I don't know quite yet, but maybe we are gonna expand to PC as well, so we can run PC leagues and have fun on there, and not only be restricted to PS4 and /PS5 races. But for now, you can join us at www.motive.com and join us for a lot of great PS4 and PS5 racing. On the Sunday we have, I think, PS5 ACC, and on the Wednesday PS4 ACC. So that you need to look into that one. But for the rest, other than that, PS4/PS5 is the same on F1 and Pro Cars 2. And even though this game is 5 years old, it's not dead yet. You can still join us here at www.motive.com, as we see Connor finishing his qualifying lap, just running a little bit wide, maybe track limits, but I don't think so, as he jumps the Mudsnuts in the qualifying standings. DJ Phil is also ending his lap. Ricky B, that's not what you want to see. Being the fastest in the first race, and now he's starting last in the second race. We'll see how he'll get on with that one. Maybe on purpose. But before this race starts, I'm gonna quickly take a little bit of a sip of water, as I still see somebody finishing up a lap. That's DJ Phil. As I'm back, still munching on a little bit of well, how do you say it in English? Haribo? The little gummy bears. But did you feel not improve or not bettering somebody else's time and staying in 7th position? And he for sure has got a lot of pace in the BMW, but does he have the consistency yet? As my map shows the track, yes. That helps a lot. Sorry, I'm gonna quickly swallow this gummy bear and I'll be right back. And it's gonna be a 17 lap race with a pit stop. Remind you of that, don't forget the pit stop. Everybody fueled up and ready. Andy with 90 liters, Jamco with 70, Jumbo with 64, Richie with 72, Connor with 61, so he's gonna run lean for sure. I'm gonna say that, but the Mudsnuts only running 50 liters. And somewhere running it close with 40 last race. Let's see how, maybe these calculations are spot on, but you never know. DJ Phil with 83, Smokey with 73, Ozzy with 82, and Ricky P with 77, but we're gonna go. As Richie got an amazing start already. Oh no! Richie just smashed into the front of John Boy, already messing up both of their races. Ozzy back in 8th, DJ Phil now in last, Ricky, oh Jesus Christ, Richie, a huge pileup as, huge pileup at Radian, oh my god, no, I want to say Spa for Richie, championship leader, having a horrific first lap. And Ozzy is also collected in this, and his Aston Martin does not look healthy at all. Ricky is still pushing his Porsche, but it's too damaged. You just cannot drive with that. Ozzy's taking it slow, DJ Phil taking it slow, but at the front right now is Andy leading the way still, followed by Jim Gill, followed by D. Muchness, again in third position. So Ricky making a move on Smokey now down the inside of the long left-hander. Not the start at all that Ozzy, DJ Phil and Richie would have wanted, but I need to move on from that. But John Boy got away, not scot-free, but he has got some front end damage for sure. For sure, it's not gonna be a lot, but he has some with that contact with Richie. Oh, Connor running wide and into the gravel trap he goes. DJ Phil Green, his front bumper is hanging on loose, but it's still there. Ozzy and Richie are just slowly, creeping, I wouldn't say, because Richie is trying to go full further, but he'll just end up spinning. He almost does there. Ozzy is just taking it slow and steady in fifth position, in fifth gear, and just moderately applying throttle inputs. But Jim Gill is now into the pits, as is John Boy, so it's gonna be a on the first step it's gonna be an immediate pit stop from both of them. John Boy for sure is gonna repair his damage, and Jim Gill maybe he also has got some damage on the front left of his car. But Andy is now just pulling away from the Mudsnuts. The Mudsnuts has got 1 second to Ricky P. Cameraman, please, come on, thank you. But Ricky has just pulled away from Smokey. Smokey has got a moderate gap to Connor. John Boy has pulled out in front of Jemco, so Jemco must have got a lot of damage on that Mercedes, as DJ Phil also pulled into the pits, and Ozzy Albi is just still slowly crawling to his pit box. Richie, I don't want to say it's stupid, I know he wants to get to the pits fast, but with that so much damage on your car, you should not be at full throttle at all, not even half. You should take it like Ozzy is doing in fifth gear, slowly applying throttle inputs, as I'm saying that he's running wide, and Richie just absolutely flying off the track almost. But those two are now into the pits as well, as we see the Mudsnuts actually gaining a bit on Andy. The Mudsnuts now being overtaken by Ricky. Ricky P is now on the outside of the Mudsnuts, and they're going to be side by side for the remainder few corners, as the Mudsnuts, he does surrender, he does concede a position to Ricky, and Ricky moves up into second place after a beautiful little overtake around the outside, carrying more speed through the corners. And Team Mudsnuts just giving up the position, knowing it's not a battle that he would want to fight, especially through those types of corners at high speed, and just a little touch can really ruin the race at that point. Team Mudsnuts now just trying to finish, trying to keep this third position all to himself. Smokey now making the overtake, I believe, or defending, but either way, Connor got an unbelievably good exit, as Smokey just lacks the exit speed. Connor has now just absolutely pulled away from Smokey as we've got this weird ass camera angle again. Please just catch up, come on. Finally, thank you. Connor has now got not a second, I wouldn't say, almost a second to Smokey. But the Richie is now hunting down Andy, and he has already gained around 4/10 of a second. John Boy is now trying to get, maybe he'll be in a potential, or potential I wouldn't say, but in a potential P3, P2, because he was close and his pit stop was not bad at all. It was a very fast pit stop. Shemko being way behind both of them, and he has now got Ozzy Albi behind him. As my voice is giving up, I need to deal with a sip of water. Sorry guys, I'm gonna just go to Andy because the top two are close to each other. I shouldn't have taken that first sip of water, it really messed my throat up once I accidentally took it. Andy is just defending now for his life as Andy pulls into the pitch. Ooh, I don't know if that's gonna be the strategy to go for. Ricky has got the superior pace in front of Andy, so we'll wait and see where he'll end up. But he was in front, and that's a very fast pit stop. So if he ends up in front of John Boy, which I think he most definitely will, it just depends how far he's gonna end up behind Ricky, sorry. As Andy pulls out and John Boy is nowhere to be seen. He's almost 10 seconds behind, not 10 seconds, 9 seconds behind Andy. So now we know it's around a 20-second pit stop. So we know that John Boy is in front of Smokey, Connor and nothing much nuts, but he is in front of Smokey and Connor, that's for sure. Everybody here has pulled into bits. Richie, gotta say it, respect for you just driving even after that first lap shenanigans with everybody else, still having the will to continue on and driving this race to the end. As we're only at lap 4, I believe, yes, we're only at lap 4, but Ricky has got the lead and is now difficult to say, but I think he is pulling away from Andy. We'll need to wait and see what the lap times are like from Andy. If Andy can deliver us a really good lap, he maybe has got some hope for that first position. We know Andy, when he puts his mind to it, he's really fast. I can really catch up to the back of him. We saw at Imola when he was alone and he was just driving his own pace, he really catched up to the back of Ricky. As Ricky pulls into the pits, expecting Andy to be faster at the end of the race, maybe, and just wanted it to be over with a battle to the end, I hope, of course. As oh, Ricky has overshot his pit box. Oh, that's gonna cost him a few tenths. As I believe Connor, no, not Connor, the Mudsnut has also gone into the pits. So it really depends on what his pit exit is like. Andy is now pulling out of the first corner, and he is in front. Andy is in front. He has pulled off the I want to say underdog, but that's the wrong statement. He has pulled the undercut That's it. He's pulled the undercut on Ricky, and that works absolutely magnificently, because he's now 5 seconds in the lead after that little mishap from Ricky in the pits, overshooting his pit box and just having to wait that few little seconds. That has really costed him a lot of time. As I want to see my live chat, but my phone's just removed it at all. Ah, thank you. No real new messages. Only one person watching, but that does not matter. We're still here for shit and giggles. Shits and giggles, that's it. Shit and giggles, Jesus Christ, Mike. Yes, Smokey has picked up a penalty for exceeding track limits, I believe, because he has not gone into the pits quite yet. Oh, sorry for my yawning. But we're at lap 5 out of 17, and he is pulling in closer to Connor, and he will need to pass Smokey, but he will need to pass Smokey first and then Connor. Connor showing some actually really decent lap times after a little bit of a misfortunate first race at the beginning. He pulled back and took a 5th place from Aussie Albi. Aussie Albi having a really disappointing second race after a huge crash at, I would say, Radian again, but it's oh gosh, what's the name of that corner again? It's a left into a right into a left. It's uphill. You have Radian, that's the upper part. It's a down part with the little creek. Gosh darn it, what's the name again? It does not matter, but he has got he had a huge crash at the corner we are now looking towards. Ah shit, I need to fucking look it up, otherwise I'm not gonna leave it. That's it, Jesus Christ, Maik. Eau Rouge. Oh, one of the most recognizable names in complete. Gosh darn it. Was having a huge crash in Eau Rouge. As we see Andy turning into the Vagness onto. Oh, we see Smokey actually spinning it into the wall. Ricky is now catch up to the back of him. And he just pulls out of... What's it? Stavelot? What is that kind of name? Yeah, Stavelot. Funny name. Corner is now turning into the bus stop chicane. Bus stop, what the hell? Yeah, it's the bus stop. Funny. Learning. As Connor has pulled in the pit, I need to watch the screen and not watch my phone. Sorry. But Andy is now your leader. And not potential, he is your leader, followed by Smokey, followed by Connor. Wait, where's... No, Ricky has got damage. He must have crashed or binned it. He must have made contact. I have just completely missed that. I feel so bad. He hasn't done a field, that's for sure. But He must have had damage, or something must have happened. He was running so great too. He had a certain second place, but now Jumbo is fighting for second place. Jemco is in potential third, as is Jumbo. Jumbo is in a potential second because Smokey still needs to pit. The Mudsnuts maybe in for a fourth position. If the Mudsnuts can gain 5 seconds on Smokey, he is in for a fourth position. But the Mudsnuts still has Connor onto the back of him as they're pulled out of Melmedy and they're going to Rivage? That's how you call it. And the corner they're going to pull up to, which I say the long left corner, is actually Puhorn. I'm really bad at corner names, I just know them out. I know every track out of my head, but the corner names, hell no. And the just pulling out of Blanchimont and braking now for the bus stop chicane, which kind of reminds me, with track Daytona has also a bus stop chicane. That's why I was switching it up. But Andy, if he can just pull this pace for 10 more laps, he has a very decent chance at getting a first position this race. That would be absolutely amazing for him. But for John Boy, it will not be as routine stuff as for Andy, because he will be getting a podium position in the Lamborghini for the first time this season, I believe. I don't know for sure yet, quite yet, but I think it's gonna be a first podium position for him if he pulls it off. As you see Smokey going down the Camel Straight as... Why did it just say Richie? What the hell? Can we see how low anybody is on fuel? The Mudsnut has fueled up. He was on 30 liters when I last saw him. He's now on... He's currently watching Richie 95. What the hell? I didn't click even... And now we're back at the Mudsnuts. That's a little weird glitch. What the hell? Mudsnut has fueled up and now has 63 liters of fuel. Oh, he's just spinned it absolutely into the wall. As the Mudsnut left the session. Oh, he must have a disconnection of his wheel or controller, because he just went straight on. Did not even try to brake. But we see right there, who has just passed us, is Ricky P, and he's now trying to come back at the back. He's 46, he's not gonna catch any, but he for sure he can get a little, he can try and get a swing onto Connor, who's 10 seconds in front of him. But with the pace he's gaining at, or the pace he would be gaining with, he could have a chance. If he pulls 2 seconds a lap, there's a really good chance that he would come really close to him. And he just minding his own business. He is 3 seconds behind his fastest lap, but he does not have any pressure from behind. He does not have any pressure from the front because he's the leader. But he must know that John Boy is catching him with 1.5 seconds a lap now. As John Boy pulls up to Eau Rouge, takes it almost flat, not quite flat, almost flat. That's why the hell am I switching to Richie? I want to look at John Boy. There he is. No, John Boy. Damn it. I'm into Porsches, but you're not supposed to know, you computer ass geek. And he's still leading. Is there something exciting to watch? GM Girl is once again into the pits. Smokey is also into the pits, so he was second, and he's now in sixth. Ricky P is now back into fourth, and Connor is in a podium position. If he can manage to pull this one off, he has got a podium position, and that would be his first one, and I would really want to see him on the podium right now. He would really deserve it in the Porsche. As we see, that is Ozzy Albi. He has been that he has got a big tap on the front right of his car. His light is also out, so he must have suspension damage, that's for sure. But that's not what you want to see. That's absolutely not what you want to see. But Ricky, could say what you want, but he's just absolutely blasting laps at the moment. He just put in a 126, 3 seconds faster than your leader. And she just pulls in front of Connor. Connor must have pinned it into Puhan, because he's now behind Ricky. Ricky now in third position. Ah, what a shame from Connor. Running so greatly in P3 after a few mishaps from the others. Oh, sorry. I could have yawned. Thank you. So just absolutely smashed my microphone, sorry guys. But it's now Andy leading from Zone Boy, and Ricky, even after the damage repairs extra pit stop, he's back into third position, 45 seconds behind, but he is in a podium position, which is weird to say because how spread out the field is. It's absolutely insane. But Andy is now responding to John Boy his advances, because he just put in a 121.9. Ricky still in the tooth. What did I just say? The whole time did I just call it a 120, and it's actually 2. Jesus Christ, Maik. Get your mind together, please. I'm gonna pull up the screen because I was not looking at the comments. Simon Blair got disconnected. That must be the Muds Nuts that went straight on and just absolutely disconnected the hell out of here. Which is a shame. He was running absolutely great. If he did not disconnect, he would be in a third position by now. Maybe third or fourth, one of the two. But it's a shame that... Oh Jesus Christ, phone, don't do that please. It's a shame that he disconnected from this race, because he would have scored great points and average. I don't know if I should say debut, but he has got a podium under his belt in a Nissan GTR, which is absolutely not chosen very often. The GT3 is just an amazing class. GM Girl, not the night for her, having a huge front end damage. You can see the bumper of the Merc is absolutely smashed in, like almost, I would say 5 centimeters just smashed in all the way. Great new aerodynamic, but it's not what you want, of course. But Ricky still showing off his pace to the rest of us, and he is trying to respond with a 2:28, almost the same, but just 2/10 short of what Ricky is driving right now. I don't know what's the fastest lap from any of them, but I think Ricky or Andy has the fastest. I think Andy with a 2:23. Okay, alright, Ricky just shut the hell shutted me down because he just put in a 220.0 or 220 flat, as Andy would say it. I don't want to look at... Why is it constantly flicking to Richie here? I want to see Ricky, thank you. My voice is given in already. Gosh darn it. How the hell does Andy keep this up? Oh, minor mistake for Mickey. That's not popular. It's not usual that we see Ricky making a little mistake. Andy now 1.6 seconds. Jesus, I'm yawning so much. I'm so sorry, guys. I really need to concentrate, but everything has just died down a little bit. John Boy has got 13 or Andy has got 13 seconds to John Boy. John Boy got, well, I don't even, how much is that? That's gonna be 30 seconds to Ricky. Ricky got another 20 to Connor. The field is so spread out. Ricky has got 10 to Connor. Excuse me, sorry. He's got 10 seconds to Connor. Connor has got another 10 seconds to GM Girl. GM Girl has got 20 seconds to Smokey. Smokey has got... Well, he certainly has got, I think, even 2 laps to DJ Phil. DJ Phil has got around 20 seconds to Ozzy. And Ozzy has got... I don't even want to count how many laps those are. That's not right. Has got 2 laps. 2 laps in front of Richie, that's it. So the field is really spread out like molten butter, I want to say, but it just has really died down. With the pit stops and everything, if everybody's a bit close, you can have a lot of fun. But now it's just everybody has made a pit stop, everybody has taken advantage of something, and the race it has just died down a little bit. As Andy is now looking to the back of Richie. Richie is gonna be 5 laps behind. 4 laps behind. Excuse me, I don't need to say 5 laps, 4 laps. But Richie is not giving the pressure. No, he's not fighting. He has just let Andy through. Great sportsmanship from him. Even being 5 laps or 4 laps behind, sorry, he still he still gives the sportsmanship and drives the race out for the points, but keeps clear of the leaders in the name of being Andy, John Boy and Ricky, excuse me. Oh mate, the race is not slowing down, it's just me slowing down, Jesus Christ. Andy, he is a lap down. Where the hell are you defending your line? You even have got the pace advantage above Richie, but you're still defending. Don't. Just drive for the racing line. He's not gonna send one down the inside of you. He's a lap down, and if he would, that would just be a stupid move. And he's not gonna do it because Richie is the championship leader and he has got some brain cells. And he's fast in in the Porsche. He has just not shown it this race. But Andy for sure is gonna take a hell of a load of points out of Richie. John Boy also taking a good load of points with him if he finishes in this direction, in this position. Ricky not really in a championship fight, but he is for sure a force to be reckoned with when he is on pace and when he does not make a mistake. Jamagwell also gaining a load of points on Ricky, or on Richie, excuse me, losing points to Andy. Ooh, Andy almost losing it. It seemed like he had to counter steer his car because he was losing the back end. And he's just keeping it pinned to the floor. What kind of top speed does Andy receive or get? 261 kilometers an hour. So that BMW is absolutely flying down the main straight, or down the Camel Straight, I should say. The gap between Andy and Jumbo is now almost the same. Richie is not gaining a lot, even though he's putting in way faster lap times. He's still around 40 seconds behind, so difficult to say. It's evident flowing, I believe. Looking to entertain myself really, because there's not a lot to watch. There's only I want to say 2, but 15, 16, 17, 3 laps left to go from... Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. This lap onwards, it's only gonna be 2 laps left to go, and then we're already at the end. But you can see Andy being a little bit of a neutral driver, don't want to risk anything. Even when it's a led car, he still wants to drive a little bit of a defensive line. Actually, commentating is not that bad. You can really look at everybody and see what their driving style is like. John Boy being a little bit aggressive. He's either a gosh, just let me go to John Boy, you little. Just being a little bit. He needs to drive aggressive, otherwise he's just not. He'll just make mistakes, and that I think it's really difficult in GT3s to do that, because you always need a little bit of a reserve in the GT3s. You cannot push 100% all the ways, because when you overdrive your car, it's gonna fight back a little bit, it's gonna kick back, and then you need that little bit of extra help from yourself. I think that's why John Boy is experiencing some minor difficulties in the Lamborghini, because he's just a guy that always puts in a 100%, where Andy can just manipulate his driving style to a percentage that he wants to push or wants to lift, as Andy is actually on a improvement right now. So let's see what kind of lap times he will be putting in. The fuel is getting lighter and lighter. He's now only at 28 liters, but his tires must be burning off by far, but he is driving his fastest lap pace. So let's see where he will end up. It's a little bit of scruffy last few corners, and it's gonna be a 24.80. So it is a faster lap. It's a PB for him. So that's great to see him pushing even after 15 laps or 16 laps, I should say, as Jumbo is trying to respond with a 1:21.1. Also a personal best for him on my screen. Might be different on his screen, but that's just a little bit. It's a buggy game. It's 5 years old. It has not been worked on by way too long. It has been worked on for way too long. As Ricky is also putting a personal best with a 220 flat, or even flatter, I would say, because last time he also had a 220 flat. Ricky also being a neutral guy, but can be really aggressive when he wants to. But it's just that little skill, manipulating your degrees of attacking the corners and manipulating, your own driving style that gets them so far in the GT3s that you just notice it in the way they drive and how they drive. Jumbo is absolutely rapidly the clearest, because you need to be at 100% all the time. That's why he's so fast in there. Where Andy just needs a car that he can manipulate his pace to be really fast, and that's what you can see in the GT3s in the BMW right now. Connor is another driver that really needs to swing into the race. He needs a little warm up, and then he can get right in. He's like a little diesel truck. He just needs to warm up a bit, and then he's good to go, and he will drive really consistent laps. Sometimes he has a little dip, but when he gets to a certain point, he just drives that lap constant every lap. And you can just see that GM Girl, really fast driver when he practices a lot. As you can saw that you could have seen that at the first race. He must have practiced that track over and over and over and over again. But you can really see that he had the experience on that track, and he was absolutely rapid in the Mercedes on the straight line. That Merc was absolutely insane at not Indianapolis, at Daytona, that's it. Smoky Devil can be really fast if he wants to. It just needs to find a groove he can fit in. It's just really difficult for him to find a groove on every track. That's why he's so, I don't want to say mediocre, but it's difficult for him to just find a flow on every track. And I know for sure when we get to the track that he really likes it, he's gonna be absolutely rapid. He's gonna be on pace with Andy, John Boy, Ricky. He's gonna be absolutely loving it. But when he gets to a track that just not suits him, then you're just gonna end up in the midfield. Also, another driver like John Boy, it's either 100% or just 0%, and that's what you can see in his habit of driving, and even in his car choice. The Aston Martin, also a car you really need to be on point every lap, every single corner, because one minor mistake can really send that thing flying. But he has set up that car to an absolutely sweet spot, I believe, because he's getting the hang of it more and more. As we need to switch back to Andy, who's braking for the bus stop chicane for the very last time, and he's gonna take a very well deserved P1 for the main race. And no flash of the lights from him, but he can enjoy this evening with a happy feeling, for like, I have won this, I have done this, and I have done that, and I've beaten the person I wanted to beat. But Jumbo also almost losing it at the end, flashing the lights from him, almost losing at the end of the corner, his back end, but he just managed to save that. Almost, Jumbo, almost. You know what I said in chat, almost. Ricky coming around the last corner in the BMW. A really consistent evening from him, a first and a third. So he'll just be happy taking the points home today. Connor, another person that was really consistent today. He took a P5, I believe, in the first race, and he's now in a P4. So it's gonna be great points on the board from him in the Porsche. Like I said, when he gets into a groove that he really likes, he's gonna stay there forever, and you can see that today. Jemko having a mediocre, I believe, first race, having a lot of damage, a lot of minor mishaps, and flash of lights from Connor as he crosses the finish line. No flash of lights from Jemko, or I might have missed it, but both of them taking solid points home today, or tonight I should say. Smokey running wide, oh, as he just stabs the wall. That's gonna be a little bit more damage for him. Not what he would have wanted, but you could say what you want. He's taken a P6 home, so he has some great points on the board. I'll see now rounding out to the bus stop chicane. Richie and DJ Phil have already finished. Great race from the both of them. Just said how they ended up right there where they are right now. Ozzy just zigzagging, almost losing the back end at the end, but a great race from him as well after that huge crash at Radion, I want to say, but I'm gonna leave it at that. The fastest lap goes to Ricky P with a 1:99, and I want to thank you all for watching and have a lovely night. Good night.